As college students, we've all probably had jobs we didn't necessarily enjoy. They were probably part-time jobs that we just had to make the rent. This could be working in fast food, or it could be working in a retail environment like me. The community I want to talk about is the community of retail workers. The community of retail workers is one that's experienced by so many members of our society, and you probably experienced it yourself. But I believe this community actually works to create a better class of consumerism and human interaction. Using the ideas that Thomas Dean wrote about in our textbook, Writing in Community Action, we can explore the qualities that make this group a community and the effect that that can have on the larger population. Thomas Dean mentions on page 126 of Writing in Community Action factors that can unify a community, and quite a few of them can be applied to this community of retail workers. The first one is the factor of problems. We've all heard similar retail horror stories of ridiculous customers and crazy work schedules. We all have the same problems, despite not maybe working in the same environment or the same company. When you hear retail, you have a very specific idea of what their day-to-day life is like, and that can often be true. Because of that, retail workers are able to help each other out because they've probably experienced what you're struggling with. Through that, we're able to bond through these problems and create a tighter-knit community. Another factor would be the beliefs and attitudes of retail workers. As an employee of customer service, we've all heard about the customer persona, or how it's different talking to your coworkers as it is talking to the customer. That's because we all work for the most part to be polite and helpful to customers we see every day. As a community, we recognize that it is always in our best interest to be helpful and polite. It almost never works to meet hostility with hostility. We all work together to make that a goal and bond over the success of this tactic and how hard it can be. We help teach each other the best way to have that attitude and belief during your workday. The community of retail is bonded by numerous factors, but can also be largely impacted and impactful of the population outside of this community. In an article by Carol Runyon, Michael Bowling, Michael Schulman, and Susan Gallagher that was published in the Journal of Adolescent Health, we can explore the aspects of working in retail that might not be as well known, and that can be better suited for better working conditions. This article, titled Potential for Violence Against Teenage Retail Workers in the United States, explains some of the dangers of working retail that you might not know from just walking into a store. Those included were working at night, dealing with aggressive customers, and sexual harassment, both from customers and coworkers. When you walk into a store, like I mentioned before, you might just see people checking them out or stocking shelves, and it doesn't seem that dangerous. But this article lists some of the lesser known problems of working in retail. When the retail community explores and explains these issues to the larger population, the way the authors of this article did, it can work to provide answers to workers that may be experiencing these issues. It can also lead to people working harder to be better customers, which make it easy for retail workers to be polite and helpful. This brings me to my point of making a better world of consumerism. When retail workers work in retail, they see what makes a good customer and what makes a bad customer. They see what works and makes the day go smooth and what doesn't. Through that, the retail community often goes out, and when they are consumers themselves, work to be a better class of customer. Through that, they help someone else have a better day, maybe. So this community can go out from their smaller group setting and go out into a larger population and make a difference, hopefully in someone else's day, and a chain reaction can sort of happen. And through that, better human interactions throughout the day and a better sense of consumerism and helping each other throughout the day can be implemented. The area of retail worker is a small group of people that can be qualified as a community based on unifying factors mentioned by Thomas Dean. As a community, they work to improve themselves within their smaller group, and they can also work to improve the larger population outside of the community. They can reach out and affect other communities. They can even be part of other communities and bring the lessons they've learned from the retail community into those communities. Thank you.